Hello friends, welcome to Codecrush Coding. In the previous video, we have seen the setup for C++ environment, and we have also written one demo code, and we have run this code and we have got the output as hello world. So now we will try to understand what we have done in this code. Now let's see what is the significance of each line of code in this particular demo.cpp. So our first line is hash include iostream. So it is like a header file library that let us work with the input and output objects such as cout, which is used on line 5. So here you could see we have used cout. So how the code or the CPP knows what is the meaning of this cout. So it will search this cout in this particular header file which is hash include iostream. So our C++ code will always start with this line, which is a header file library. Okay, so this header file add functionality to our C++ program. So always remember, we will always start with hash include angular brackets io stream. Then the second line, which is using namespace standard. This means that we can use names for objects and variables from the standard library. So it is also like a header file, right? So these two lines are compulsory that we need to write for our C++ code. Then we have a third line. Here you could see there is a blank space. So this is basically a white space that is ignored by CPP, but we can use it to make the code more readable. So what is the significance of this empty spaces? See in our code here, if we write, we ignore this part also, still our code will run. If I run this code, if I say here run code, our code is going to run, right? See, we are getting here hello world message. But it looks better when we add some empty spaces to have the difference between the code. Like this is a particular method here, int main, and here we have the two header files. Then on line 4, we have a int main method, or this is called a function. Basically in C++, we call them as a function. And what does this function have? This have a opening curly bracket and a closing curly bracket. Inside that, we need to write the logic what this particular function is going to do. And this main method is a thing that will appear in your C++ program, right? As we have these two header files, in same way you will have a main function, and inside this main function whatever you write, this will be run. So any code inside it curly bracket will be executed. Then we have a cout. It's pronounced as cout. It is an object used together with the insertion operator. So here you could see we have used the insertion operator after cout to output the text. So whatever you write after this insertion operator, that is going to be print on the console. So here we have seen hello C++. In our actual code we have written as hello world. So whatever you have written after this insertion operator, that is going to be print on the console, that is a hello world. So let's say I change it, instead of hello world here I say hello CPP. So this part will be printed now. So if I right click this, run code, and here let's see, we get this as hello CPP. And the last line that we have is return 0. So this is the end of the main function. So here we have a function called main. So every function will return something. So in this function we are going to return as 0 because we are not returning anything. So that's why we are saying here 0. And after that we are closing this curly bracket that we have opened here. So do not forget to add the closing curly bracket to actually end the main function. So another things you need to keep in mind it, C++ is a case sensitive language, means cout and cout has a different meaning, and every C++ statement ends with a semicolon. So semicolon is an important part here. Every statement will end with a semicolon. So here you could see this particular statement is ending with a semicolon. This statement is ending with a semicolon. Also here the using namespace standard is ending with a semicolon. If I don't provide here a semicolon, then what will happen? You can also ignore this endl here. We don't need it. We will just say here. And if I right click on it and run now, get the output as hello CPP. Yeah. And if I don't provide the semicolon here, what will happen? Let's run this code now. So here you could see we are already getting one error here. Expected semicolon here it's saying, right? But if I ignore this and try to run code, so here you could see in demo.cpp in function int main, error expected this before return. So before returning, we are expecting here a semicolon. So here you need to provide a semicolon. And instead of this lowercase cout, if I try to say here uppercase cout, then what will happen? Let's see. Again, it's saying error. It says namespace standard has no member cout. So it is not able to recognize this particular cout because C++ is a case sensitive language, right? So this will not work. We need to make use of lowercase only. Also, you can ignore this standard plus plus also. You can just keep cout for a simple code. So cout hello CPP. Let me run this code again. See, we are getting the messages hello CPP.